Hey, thank you again for coming by Tori Magoo 44. I greatly appreciate it when you guys do. And definitely each of you that comments, thank you so much. It means very, very much to me and a lot of other people too. I hear from other people that they've read some of your comments, and it's amazing how far social networking goes now. So thank you. We're moving into the holidays. It's amazing how fast it is now compared to when you're a little kid. When you're a little kid, I remember for us, we were Catholic, so it was we celebrated Christmas. And it seemed like it took forever. From October to Christmas seemed like an eternity. And I'm sure for Hanukkah, for any other religion, it's the same thing. For young kids, it just feels like an eternity. Now, as adults, it's like, it's October, it's Thanksgiving, it's Hanukkah or Christmas. Boom, there you go. It's like boom, 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 there you go. Anyway, this video is dedicated to one more of the frauds of the Church of Scientology, which was David Miscavige saying yesterday that, in 1989, the Berlin Wall started to come down in Germany. Now, the Berlin Wall, for people like myself, we all grew up knowing about it, fearing it. It was just awful. And I'm going to put a link in here where you can read about it for people that kind of have heard about it, but they don't really know. It's got some really fascinating information in it. But the point is, the irony that David Miscavige would try to lay claim. Now, before I say this, Scientology, for anybody who doesn't know, is like a pyramid, and you have to do every single level to get to the next level, right? And they're more and more expensive, exponentially more expensive, the higher up you get. OT8 is like at least $100,000. It's very, very expensive. It's the whole thing is monumentally expensive because you also have to pay for their BSIAS thing, International Association of Scientologists. They're constantly bleeding you for money to donate for this, to donate for that. All these new buildings they have that people see, the members have to pay for those. So it's ridiculous. They don't have new people coming in, pretty much, not anymore, because David Miscavige stopped delivering anything that helped anybody a long time ago. He hasn't had auditing since 1997, to give you an idea. And auditing is their counseling, right? And you would think anybody who really believed in it would be, like all the way up at the top. Not David Miscavige, man. He stopped in 97. So he obviously knows it's a con. And what they're delivering is definitely a con. Okay, so 1989, November, the Berlin Wall starts coming down. And Miscavige has an event saying the only reason the Berlin Wall came down is because we released OT8. And I was at that event, and I remember everyone going, yay, hip, hip, hooray. And I remember sitting there, and I was a real, true believer in Scientology. But there were points where I was just like, this is bullshit. And that was one of them. It was like, really? The Berlin Wall came down because OT8 came out? I have epilepsy still. If they could take down the Berlin Wall, they should be able to fix my epilepsy. Miscavige has asthma. They should be able to fix that, right? If they can fix the Berlin Wall, that's the way I looked at it. It's like, wait a minute, if you can do this, why can't you do that, right? But Scientologists in general, in the Church of Scientology, they don't think that way. They don't think. And that's because even though in their creed it says man has the inalienable right to free speech and free thought, nothing could be farther from the truth within that organization. Because the higher up you go, the less you can think. The higher up you go, the less you can speak, the less you can read. Most of the things that you people out there have read or know about, they don't know about. That's why I call it the Truman Show, the Scientology Truman Show, because they can't see the walls. They don't really have access to the internet. And they'll say, oh, I don't want to look at it. It's just and theta. And theta means it's interbulated theta. Theta is supposed to be spirit. So it's like something that just upsets you. So no, I'm not going to read that stuff. Really? So if you have a friend or a relative or anyone that is in this organization business, phony business, fraudulent business, calling itself a church, the Church of Scientology, which you couldn't be farther from a church. It is a fraudulent, phony business. Make sure to start talking to them about these freedoms that they're losing every single day. Okay, if you're free, I've got this video I'd like you to watch. And you go on the internet and find one that you think, hey, this is right on. This would be good for my family to look at. Don't dive into Xenu and all that other stuff because I was in when they would say, oh, well, you don't believe everything you read, right? They just lie through their teeth. When I left, my friend who's an ex-Scientologist said, how do you know when a Scientologist is lying? And I said, I don't know. And she said, when their lips are moving. And unfortunately, that's true because they don't even know when they're lying. Most people in are good people. And I say that all the time. They don't even know the programs that are being run on them. The celebrities don't know that they're being run. They're used. It's a planned out program, step by step. And they think, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. No, you're not. You haven't done anything. Like the girl last week who told me, well, I'm a Scientologist because look at the state of mankind. And I said, and that's exactly why I'm out of Scientology. Look at the state of mankind. What have any of you done to help mankind? Ever? Really? If you look at what have they done to change anything on planet Earth, the answer is nothing. And that's the Church of Scientology, period. You can lie to yourself. You can say, oh no, we're getting the way to happiness. Study text getting out here. Narcanon's here. But you know what? The truth is, it isn't helping anyone. It's a money-making machine, period. That's it. That's what it is. And I'm sorry to tell you that if you're in, because I know it's a bummer to hear it. But come on out. Try it out for a little bit. You can always go back. But you know what? None of us go back. Once you get out, you go, shit, this is fucking great. And there's wonderful people around the world. They are, Hubbard built into us, oh, they're all wogs, which was supposed to be a wise old gentleman. And people say it all the time inside, oh, he's just a wog. She's a wog. Oh, my boss is a wog. Oh, this and that. Oh, I went to this restaurant. They're all wogs there. That's how they talk. It's awful. I mean, it's very, very racist when you think about it. It's really, really awful. And that's built into their head from early on. And it's peer pressure. Everybody else is saying it, so it must be true, right? No. And with the internet, that's their Vietnam. And Davy Boy, I told you this from 2000. I said, as long as you are harming families, stopping free speech, you're going to find me somewhere talking about it. And here I am. It's 14 years later. And I can hear Osa laughing. Oh, 14 years. She can't do anything else with her life. You can keep telling yourself that. But you know what? You are stuck in the Church of Scientology. I am not. I got all kinds of things I'm doing. And I'm enjoying them. And so are my friends. And they're out too. We're free. We can do whatever we want to do. We don't have anybody monitoring us in any way, shape, or form. You are monitored all the time. And remember, for people that are out and looking at that and going, how could anybody fall for that? They don't have access to anything critical on TV, anything critical on the internet. They self-censor themselves, so they're not going to look, even if somebody got them the information, they're not going to look at it. It's the truth. How did I wake up? Type in Tori Magoo 44 + escape. And I made a 10-part series on how I woke up and escaped out. And there you go. So anyway, for everyone helping stand up for freedom, thank you. Thank you so much. Around the world, thank you. I love you, and I'm very, very happy that I have that same right and freedom. So there you go. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.